busted my ass and wanted to learn everything. I didn't want to learn smart gun. I want to learn about sales. I want to know what that guy does that drives a fast car and sits on his ass half the day making phone calls. It's really not like that, but it looked like that. Right? And that's what I wanted to do. So I asked questions. I endeared myself to the other salespeople, to the sales VP, so they knew who I was. In the worst case scenario, I learned something. Right? So I go into a marketing environment, and I know a little bit more about sales. I know a little bit more about finance. I know a little bit more about management. Right? Because I'm adding value. Right? I'm well-rounded. You can't be an expert in everything, but the little bit you know, at the very least, you can carry a conversation with somebody. Right? So you're out networking, you meet my fiance, she's in med school. I go out to these events, and I have no idea what these people are talking about. No idea. Well, some, now that I've been listening for long enough. But you can't build rapport with someone until you have something to connect with, right? So it just makes you more dangerous in your ability to connect with people, right? And it might be that doctor that you talk to because you can relate to them that has a friend who owns a marketing agency. They're like, I met this great person the other night at this cocktail party. I think you should talk to them. They're looking for a job. They just graduated. Who's had an internship already? Who got that internship just from applying out of the blue? About half? Here I go. So that's a really long answer to your question, right? Anybody else?
You mentioned earlier the importance of communication and writing. And I don't speak on behalf of the marketing majors in the room. I'm not one myself. I am a communication studies major. But I don't know if they teach communication skills in field marketing. I want to say no. So, if it's not, that's right. Marketing major. But I'm just saying, if I'm a marketing major sitting in this room and you say communication is really important, and if I'm not being taught it, you said one thing so I can do is get in sales, how would I be able to develop my communication skills?
Sure. Who's heard of Toastmasters? Who should hear of Toastmasters next time I come back? All right, that's just What's Toastmasters? Anybody? There you go. You pay, I don't know, what is it, $50 a year in some places? And you go once a week, once a month, twice a month, and you give speeches. Not every time, but you watch others give speeches. You know what's very distracting? We all do it. It takes a lot of practice to get rid of that. But that takes away from your message. It's distracting. It comes off as a lack of confidence, or that you don't know what you're talking about. But you do. It's just a communication that we have. Right? So go there, they count every time. You say, Talk about making you feel like an act. You're only supposed to say 5 or more at the end, and we had a new member do the counting several weeks ago. She gets up and says, Lauren, 27 ums, 3 lights, and 16 uhs. You don't do that. That's just mean. But, that's painful. That is painful. So, go out and do things like that. If you're not a strong writer, take a writing elective. I know that sounds wrong, right? It's just basic business writing. I'm sure they still have that class, right? How to send an email. Sales. You can do, if you can't find a job, do commission-only sales. You eat what you kill is what they call it, because you only get paid on the things you sell. So if you're not doing good, you're not making any money. If you're doing well, you're making a lot of money. But no matter what, you learn something.
I'm glad you brought up Toastmasters. I hope you didn't mention this already, but Cal State Long Beach conveniently has a Toastmasters chapter called Beachmasters that you all should join. They meet every Tuesday at 7 p.m., I believe, in CBA. You don't have to memorize it, just research it and you'll find it. But just here.
I just want to vouch for what you said about sales, because I have a friend who's really bad public speaker, and took a sales job for 3 months, and he came back completely confident. They took him up to Alaska, and he made 40 grand in 3 months with the sales job. And it's just about, like you said, busting your ass, and it makes you that much of a better person. I've done sales personally also. It just provides confidence to what you're saying, and it helps drive you out.
And there, you can always get a commission on sales. Always. Always, always, always.
What are some of the adversities that you face opening up your business, and how did you overcome?
Yeah, Myra.
I'm fine. It's a lot of, that's just a lot of different things. It all depends on the business. Deciding a company name. You know why? Everybody steals all the damn URL names. And you come up with this awesome name, it's just perfect. You type it in, and somebody else they're called squatters. And it just comes up with some GoDaddy page. And this person has bought this URL just so a company will come along and owns that name and be forced to buy it. Which I refuse to do, it's stubborn. And it's a nightmare. Because you'll go back and forth with a business partner. I've spent 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. And your brain just wants to explode. Because you're trying different lettering and using numbers and all this other crap. And it's extremely frustrating. It seems not so much, but give it a try. Just for fun. While we're on website, about.me, I think is the website. Create a profile for yourself. It's a little web page. Put your LinkedIn, put your Twitter, put your, and for those of you taking notes, your memory sucks. All of it. It's terrible. It's just the way it is.
Thank you.
Write this stuff down. And if you're really ambitious, put it in a digital format so you can refer back to it later. There you go. But yeah, so do the About Me website. That way, you can send it. See, it's one. Hear that? That way you can just send people there. Right? If you need somebody, give them a card. Put a QR code on the back. You want to be memorable, you want to be different, you know what QR codes are. Okay, QR codes are those funny looking things on the door. They're called quick response codes. They started out as essentially barcodes that could store a lot more data. Right, so they're used in packaged goods, and, warehouses and those kind of things. They've been around a long time, but all of a sudden they picked up a lot of momentum. And they might not be around that long because there's more technologies coming out all the time. But what you do is you get a, who in here has a smartphone? You can get a QR scanner on your smartphone. They're free apps. There's countless numbers of them. And you just hold it up, the camera up to one of those, and it'll process it. It'll take you to a website, or it'll take you to a text message, or it'll take you to an email, whatever it is. And so if you give somebody a business card, and you have a QR code on it, yeah, there's a little curiosity there, right? What's going on? And so they scan it, and then they take them to your website. If you give them to your website, you got a lot better chances of that person remembering you or connecting